Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the VG. Purist. I'll be coming at you with the Cabal Vision Champions Cup playoffs. We will be seeing the quarterfinals of Season 2, and so we are here with our last game, Saviours of Athel Loren, taking on the Forgotten Legacy, COL, Wood Elf versus Dark Elf, and whoever is going to be winning will face off against Lupac 22's Chaos team. And as you can see there from the past, if you guys haven't seen it already, go ahead and check it out on my channel on YouTube, VG Purist, there, as well as on Twitch. All of the coverage here, all of the games on my Twitch channel, but I'll be porting some of them over to my YouTube channel. But here, Ducks, Dull, Dark Elves are going to be facing off against M9, UKBs, the Basers, Bretonian team. So, let's go ahead without further ado and jump straight into the replay, yeah? And as soon as it comes up, we can take away the brackets and we'll be good to go. Okay, there we are. Right. Let's go ahead and check the stream while we're at it. Looking good. Perfect. Perfect. Yes, we are. Let's see here. Looking good. Okay. Beautiful stuff. Yes, it's gonna look like be a nice day today. We are gonna be in the Wood Elves Stadium. So we will be underway very shortly, but first, Coach EnarionBB2, Saviours of Athel Loren, the Wood Elf team, and he will be facing off against the Dark Elf team, coached by Preisz, Forgotten Legacy -COL. So he will have a star player, and it looks to be a dirty player, and also Eldril Sidewinder. Woohoo! Hubri plus Eldril Sidewinder. This is going to be a good match today, I do believe. So, two very good star players. In fact, I recently just used Hubri Rekarth there for my game against the Norse team in another playoffs that I am in for my own league, North American TTS League. And boy, he's pretty good stuff. 260k for him with 4 strength and with having dirty player as well as strip ball, mighty blow, and block with the jump up ability. Pretty good, I'd say. And Eldril Sidewinder, what more can you say about him? You could just look at his hypnotic gaze, and it's pretty much like a secondary blitz almost. Except you're not really blitzing them down, you'll just be gazing them down. 50% chance usually. Just kind of depends on how much of the strength we have here. So, alright, we will be getting on the way. We're going to take a quick look at all of the skills. And as you can see here from the Wood Elf team of Enarion, mostly, and usually this is the case for most of the Wood Elf teams, they are going to have their 2 war dancers nicely leveled up. They can't help themselves. They do the hitting, they do the ball carrying, they do everything for their team, both of them. And this one's going to have mighty blow. And also going to have that fence sidestep with the tackle and the +1 in strength. Whereas this one was the +1 in agility, man, with that mighty blow sidestep with the tackle. So both of these guys pretty darn dangerous. And also going to be with their supporting cast here. He's going to have this catcher there with pass block so that he can go in and maybe wreak some havoc if they're going to be doing some more throws on the line. He will have sprint as well as the blodge for his guy there with the sidestep. He's going to have a kick thrower here with the blodge, and also, yes, it's going to be another thrower there with the +1 agility leader with the sure hands. And so he is ready to rock on the other side of the ball for these Dark Elves. We're going to see his guys all going to be nicely leveled up as well here, if I can get to him. He's got Hubri there and Eldril on the field at the moment, but it will be this blitzer here you kind of have to watch out for. Mighty blow piling on, another guy with mighty blow and piling on. Kind of the thing here for this tournament for just about everybody to have mighty blow and piling on. And this one here with that +1 agility does have that leap with that strip on tackle and the witch elf with that diving tackle. It's going to be a very close match here today, but I did root for the Dark Elf team in my preliminary video, so we're going to see if it's going to be coming here. I'm just not a fan of Wood Elf. That's all I'm going to say, guys. That's all I'm going to say about that. You know, there's nothing wrong with the Wood Elves. I'm just a hater. I'm sorry. And yes, he's going to also have this tree with that +1 in movement allowance and the guard for that tree man. So a very dangerous tree man in the front line. So doesn't even need to do a 50% roll if he gets bashed down. He can just get up on his own. A very dangerous tree man at that. So going to be holding up the front line and hopefully be able to get some hits on his own and bruise up some of the Dark Elf team. On the bench, we're going to see a lineman with the loner player. He's going to sit out that loner player, and looks like the Wood Elves for now is putting out the catcher with the other pass block with the side step. Looks like he's putting him back in there, and he does have another Wood Elf there with the dodge, and the other one there with the dodge and the sprint ability. So definitely very dangerous here. Wood Elves, Dark Elves, it's always going to be a pleasure to watch both of these races play against one another. Oh man, you better believe we're ready for it. Wood Elves of Anarion, in the last game, we did see that he went for loads of touchdowns pretty quickly. We're going to see if this is going to be the case today against a Dark Elf team. Get the ref, so both sides are going to get an additional bribe, and that's kind of going to favor the Dark Elf team a little bit more. But looks like here, with all the star players, the Dark Elf team will also have a wizard to boot for this match. So hopefully won't be nubbing it up, I think. But we'll see if the Wood Elf team will be able to survive all that madness. 2 star players. Wizard! Now a bribe, but at least they got bribes on both sides still. It could be very dangerous there for Anarion's Wood Elf team. We'll see though. We'll see. This may actually just come down to who can get the coin toss in overtime, because both of these sides very dangerous on offense. Whenever you pit 2 teams there, 2 Elven teams, for agility for just about everybody. In fact, I think just about everybody. And so they could just get to the backfield, no problem. Score it, touchdown. And he is going to be right away trying to aim for this Witch Elf. That is going to be a really smart thing to do here if you're going to be the Wood Elf team. Try to whittle down the armor value 7 wherever you can for the Dark Elves. Hit them down. And that's exactly what it does with the tackle of Mighty Blow. Too bad no big injuries, but we may see a follow-up bribe, foul, or something like that. But not yet. Looks like everybody thus far is surviving these hits for the Dark Elf team. Good job, guys. Keep it going. Keep it going, my man. Keep it going. Okay. Looks like here. Looks like I was not. Okay, hang on. Alright, okay, hang on guys. A little bit of a technical difficulty for a moment there. Okay, so should be good, I believe. Right, let's carry on. Alright. Let's move it on up. Okay. And alright, so now Dark Elf team is going to have their time to shine here. And really, they are going to get lots of stuns there. Pretty good stuff here. And we'll be able to get down that guy stunned. Hey, that's pretty good when you get some stuns on. And now he's going to be looking to hit down this War Dancer real quick. And we'll be able to take him down with that tackle ability. And this is going to be the Mighty Blow piling on. Yes, look at this Matrix move right there. And we'll be hitting him down. And it will be causing an armor value break finally. Just going to be a stun though. So Wood Elf team, whoo, no problem. He's going to be for the better of it. Anytime you see that happen, that's okay. I'll take that any day of the week. Looks like the Wood Elves are going to be priming themselves up for a 2-turn touchdown. I think it's pretty much going to be up to the Dark Elves here to slow things down. And he will use that foul to great effect. And trying to get a big injury, but no big injuries yet. He's just going to go and jump away from that tree man for now. Keep the lineman close though, so that the tree man will be hugging him, and hopefully not this guy with dodge, but it looks like the guy with dodge is going to get hit down pretty soon. Oh boy. Alright, looks like, you know, if the Wood Elf team does hold the ball, I'll be very surprised, but I do believe we may see him go for this quick score. I don't see him hold the ball anytime soon. And that's just kind of the thing for this Wood Elf team. He just goes for it, you know, just goes for the throat. Looks like he will be giving the pass off to Galadier, from Galadier Stargazer to his man up there, and he's going to run over there past the tackle zone. He's going to miss the go for it roll, so he's going to use that re-roll, and it appears to be a back-to-back go for it roll fail, and that's pretty much the only thing that stopped the Wood Elves from scoring it whenever he pleases, and that's tremendously bad. And with Eldritch Sidewinder already touching this War Dancer, you could be assured that this man right here, he's probably going to get blitzed down, and then this guy over there maybe even going to get gazed down here. So we'll see here. Gaze down there and then a blitz down, but it looks like the blitz is going to be coming there on the War Dancer. Probably opting to hit him instead of doing anything else so that he can maybe get the injuries off on him, but it looks like not. Eldritch Sidewinder should be dodging away and gazing him down so that he can get him down. It will be a 2 strength, so a very good chance that he's going to get this gaze off even. So we'll see if that's going to be the case today. Should be putting him in there. All you need to do is move him and then utilize the gaze skill, and ooh, it's going to be a failure there. A 3+ on that even. So usually if you're doing it against a 3 strength against yourself, then it would be a 50% chance, but there's a 67% chance and no reroll. So he's going to have to pick this up against the tackle zone. But hey, you know what? We're elves. We can pick that up no problem. Dodging away with great ease, and we'll hand it off and also give it back to Hubri Rakard. And he will have to rock, and it looks like the Dark Elves are going to be going the other way with it. Don't count out these Wood Elves though, but man, Dark Elves, yeah, better be go. Take him down. Take him down. So now what is going to be the reply here for this Wood Elf team? I don't know. The War Dancer, he got hit down and he is stunned for the count. This other War Dancer, okay, looks like he's just going to blitz down this Witch Elf instead of doing anything crazy with him. And he's just going to hang back, play a little defense for now, and maybe just hold off the Dark Elves for as long as he can. It looks like, though, the Dark Elves, I mean, at this point, you gotta consider here, if you're playing the Dark Elf team, hold the ball, try to score it at the end of the half if possible, because we just know the personality of this Wood Elf team. He's just gonna score it as soon as possible. So really all you need to do to play well against this Wood Elf team of Coach Enarion is play solidly. You know, just wait for him to score that early touchdown, so what, and then score it yourself and just leisurely walk in for the touchdown at the end, and that's just really the hope. But as the Dark Elf team, they have a really good shot at doing this, and looks like he is going to try to dodge out, but unfortunately not going to be able to. And with that, Dark Elves should be able to march up the pitch here, should be able to get another hit off against another War Dancer. Boy, these hypnotic gazes have not been working out so well here. Wanting to get him out with that tackle zone, but unfortunately not going to. So we are probably just going to see a 2-die block and then a blitz here on this War Dancer, and maybe even more fouls. We'll see. So far, so good. And yes, it will be the mighty blow piling on, man. Oh, look at this great dice. Will be sidestepping out. We're going to see the piling on, I'm sure of it, if it's not going to produce anything. More hits. Mighty blow. And yes, it's going to produce a KO. That is huge there. Anytime you can take out a War Dancer, that is beautiful. One more War Dancer to go. And plus, with the Tree Man rooted there on the sideline, you better believe that once the last War Dancer go down, no more weapons basically here for the Wood Elf team. And these Dark Elves should be able to hold the ball no problem. And even using Hubri Rakard to do so, to hold the ball with that 4 strength. So it will take a great feat for him to take this ball out of there. And that was actually, I believe, the strip ball War Dancer even. No, he doesn't have strip ball. Okay, well, I guess he doesn't have strip ball at all. Am I missing something? Okay, he doesn't have strip ball at all. So, okay, so he won't actually be able to get this ball out with any real great ease. He's going to have to get a couple of help there, or get 2 red die blocks to come his way easily. That's not always going to be the case there. So here we go. He's going to go and blitz him down. 2 red die block here. It's going to be a go for it roll failed. I do believe it's okay. So he will. It does have wrestle, so he maybe wants to both down dies, but just going to be a push here on the 2 red die blocks. Not going to get anything else. Wood Elves are just grasping at straws at the moment, trying to put up some sort of defense, but I don't believe this is going to be really possible to get anything more here. Hoobie Radgarth. Hell, he could just take it in himself. He doesn't need anyone else. And truthfully, since this is a playoff game, it doesn't even matter if he takes it in himself and takes the 3 SPP. But I'm pretty sure with him being an elf, he's probably just going to hand it off at the last moment and then give it to somebody else to score it. I mean, why score it with a star player and waste the 3 SPP? But now Enarion is going to be in a little bit of a bind here if the Dark Elf team does score it on his possession half. And it doesn't make do to go down 1 score and then have the Dark Elf possession half in the next bit. And given that the Wood Elves really love scoring it quickly, I don't know how well his slow-paced offense is, although I did see it in overtime play, but I mean, he was getting a lot of really good injuries, I believe, down the stretch, and was able to just basically walk it in for the touchdown. And let's see here, Hoobie Radgarth should be going over there. He's going to move his Dark Elves here with that Blitzer with the level 1 even. Come on, man, where's your levels, buddy? Looks like he's just going to go and cage up all the way. That's all you have to do. Play solid. Get your 4-point cage going. And then after that, get maybe the blitzes here on somebody weak. And really just do the hits whenever possible. It looks like it's going to be a surf here, if anything. 3-die block into a 2-die block. So, looks like, yes, it is going to be a nice little surf here. That's perfect. That's exactly what the Dark Elves needed. Clear out another catcher. Little bit of a nice maneuver here. Preisz actually doing some really good work here against this Wood Elf team, showing some pretty good skill here and some pretty good patience at the moment. This Tree Man's out. Now the War Dancer, again, he is pretty much going to be the last guy standing to do anything with, and that's not going to help out there. That's definitely not going to help out. 1 less reroll, but that's okay. Wood Elves don't normally use too many rerolls there unless the 1 in 36 happens, and it's happening right now for them, unfortunately. With this catcher here close by, you kind of have to watch out for this catcher with the pass block. He can move 3 spaces anywhere if he does a pass, so better watch out. But I'm pretty sure it will be a handoff to this blitzer there or something like that. Give him some SPP and then score it there at the end. But for right now, this is going to be it. Looks like he will do a foul there. Not going to miss a beat here. He knows he's got a bribe in hand. Going to be a stun. No referee called there. Just needs doubles on that injury dice and or the armor value dice, and that's all it takes, guys. It's all it takes. Doubles on that armor value break and you will be out. And that's actually what, a pretty good shot of that happening. I mean, not a good shot, but I mean, it is a good enough shot of happening. What does it say? Is it 30% chance? 20-something% chance? I have to look that up somewhere. What's the chances of rolling doubles on a 2d6? I should know that offhand, but I don't for some reason. I think it's because I don't normally foul as often, so it's just like, whatever, I don't care about it. And really with the bribe here in hand for both of these guys, this actually makes Hoobie Radgarth even more dangerous for the Dark Elf teams because he has that dirty player. So if he lays the boot in, well, you better believe it's going to hurt even more than normal. So now with it being turn 6, Dark Elves just need to hold the ball for a couple of extra turns. War Dancer's probably going to start cage diving pretty soon, I think, but I don't know if he's going to do so because with that bribe, it really makes cage diving very scary at this moment. So he's just going to keep the War Dancer away from any real injuries there. I think at this point, Wood Elves are just kind of content on allowing the score, but it will mean Dark Elves will have an extreme favor to win this match, not only scoring here on this Wood Elf possession half, but also gonna have that wizard in hand, has the bribe, still with the 2-star players. I mean, I just don't know how the Wood Elf team could win from here. And it looks like the bribe is going to be used here for the Wood Elves with that foul. Unfortunately, just going to be producing a stun even, so a bit of a waste of foul there, but I mean, you're going to do the fouls until that bribe goes away, but unfortunately will not have his own bribe. So there we go, Wood Elf team down yet another thing that could have possibly helped them out here. Won't have it there. Hypnotic Gaze finally is going to come through. 3+ on that 2 strength, really. And that's going to be great. That means that he will get a 2-die block because he's taking away all the attack zones away from him. Don't forget, though, if you are going to get Hypnotic Gaze, you have to move the guy to get out of Hypnotic Gaze. It only lasts the turn that the Dark Elf turns is on, not throughout the whole round or anything. I think some people kind of forget about that. And just kind of thinks, alright, I'll just, he's already Hypnotic Gaze, I'm going to forget about him. But truthfully, you just can't. Looks like go for a roll failed. And with the Dark Elves with a billion rerolls to his name, is most likely going to re-roll that. Yes, he will. And he's going to get back there to form his cage back up. That probably would have been the nice little opening for him for the Wood Elf team if that would have worked out. But unfortunately, it did not work out so well. At this moment, pretty much guarding against the leap to jump in and won't be allowing any 1-die blocks or anything like that or something like that going on. But I don't believe that's going to be the case anywhere because Wood Elf team is going to be a little bit short here. Does have one guy with the guard ability back there, but he just missed the dodge. Another back-to-back one. Stun for his troubles. Round 7 coming up. Dark Elves, again, just needs to hold it for one more turn. And score it, baby, score. Looks like he will be expending that reroll pretty quickly there. Unfortunately, lots of nuffling here on both sides, but so far so good with the rerolls. Been able to get it back here for the Dark Elves, but unfortunately not for this Wood Elf team. That's why we get to where we are at the moment. He's just going to sit down there now at the 1-yard line and have a whole bunch of guys holding away for him. You don't want to make the mistake of putting the side cage up because, again, he can jump in there, leap in there, and get the push off. He doesn't have sidestep, so better watch out for that. And he will be putting this kind of formation up, a very dangerous one at that, and he will be stopping any war dancers from jumping in. Whew. Todd, how you doing, buddy? Looks like the Dark Elves are going to be on their way to V for victory. Will be another blitz. And we should see probably another foul coming up. And okay, maybe no fouls here. Maybe no fouls. All right. Well, maybe he. Okay, he's not gonna do that. Okay. Well, he will get this 1-die block and okay. Well then, never mind. No fouls. No boots are going to be laid in there. Probably holding on to the foul now. No, not necessarily needing it. But I would have liked to see a foul right on that guy right there. And it looks like Eldritch Sidewinder will get blitzed. And the Wood Elves trying to get somebody down, but he's going to be using the blitz there. He's going to go ahead and see this touchdown here at the end of the half. We're probably going to see a handoff to somebody there if he feels lucky. With the reroll in hand, only 1/36 chance of flubbing the handoff, but at this point, I don't think you want to take any risks. Just go up 1-0 to ensure that you're going to pretty much win the ball game. But we'll see how the Dark Elf team feels at this point. Looks like he's going to go fishing here. Yeah, he's probably going to try for a 3-die block if he can. And that's exactly what he's kind of setting up for at the moment. So there we go. He's going to move in there. Witch Elf, she's going to have her shot there, I believe. No, it touched her, but I think it's going to be this guy there with the tackle ability. 3-die block, jump up. And we'll get him down. Okay, so it's going to be the Mighty Blow Man there. We'll be able to hit him down. And piling on 3-die block to ensure nothing happens from Nuffle. And we'll get the KO. That's good enough there. So are we going to see a handoff here? I don't know. We should. No, he's going to walk in himself. So that's how he feels right there. Dark Elves does not want to get Nuffled. He's going to hold on to his reroll, if anything. Oh man. What? He's win? No, Dark Elves. Dark Elves are up 1-0 toward Enarion is Wood Elves. So they're down, and it was the Wood Elf, team's possession half in the first half. So now it's the Dark Elf team's second half, his possession half. Oh man, he only gets his War Dancer back there. Uh-oh. That's uh-oh time here for the Wood Elf team. He does not have his full complement here, I do believe. 3 guys still KO'd. He had 2 guys on the bench to come in, so I believe it's going to be 10 Wood Elves here on the pitch. Or actually 9 Wood Elves in a tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 That's right here, and a full complement Dark Elves, and it is going to be the Dark Elves team's possession half now. All he needs to do is hold the ball, baby. Don't forget the Dark Elves, he's got a wizard, he's still got the bribe, he's still got his 2-star players. I don't know how the Wood Elves are going to win, to be honest. He needs, at this point, Wood Elves need, he needs Nuffle to come through for him. He needs a blitz at this point. He needs a blitz. If he doesn't get the blitz, I don't know what to say, because at this point, the Dark Elves could just cage up like he did there in the first half and just march up the pitch methodically. And heck, even if he does lose the ball, it doesn't matter. He's still going to get the ball back. And if the Wood Elves score too quickly there, then he can just turn it around and make his own touchdown. Dark Elves, they're not without their weapons. He can definitely throw it down here. He's got guys with +1 in agility, so he can huck that ball. He can definitely huck it. So we'll see what is going to be the call there. Dark Elves. Oh, no blitz. So, man, this is going to be extraordinarily difficult. Touchback even. So it's just going to be giving it to the guy with leap. How the hell is the Wood Elves going to come back from this? All the Dark Elves need to do now, cage up hard as he did in the first half. Get even an outer shell and wait for the Wood Elves to come to him, because he's going to have to come to them. Punch their faces whenever they get close. And heck, maybe even score it there on turn, I don't know, 14 or something. He can score it a little bit early. That's fine. But with the one move touchdown threatening for the Wood Elf team, I just hold it for as long as possible, to be honest. If this was any other team, though, this game would pretty much be all but over, I think. But we'll see if this is going to be the case. Dark Elves does have a tremendous chance to win this game. And honestly, if he loses it here, call me crazy, call me shocked. Because I just don't know. I just don't see it happening at this point. I mean, with the wizard in hand, are you kidding me? And bribe, so he just needs to hit these guys down. And with Hubi Rackard, with that dirty player, he could just do some hits there with the fouls, and he'll be alright. He'll be for the better. No worries, Tort. No worries. I think Anarian pretty much solely plays Wood Elves there, so. Hey, that's okay. Hey, sometimes I'm casting and I get mixed up, right? So it happens, right? I mean, and then people kind of hit me down on YouTube. Hey, man, you missed it. It was the 3+, not 4+, like you said. Like, okay, I'm sorry. Wow. I'm casting. This is pretty fast action here, and so I'm not gonna be perfect on everything I say, right? Oh yes. Looks like the tree, though, will do a blitz here and try to get down Hubi Rackard, because he's pretty much the most dangerous player here on the Dark Elf side, but unfortunately just going to get a push here. He won't step through? Okay, he will step through. Okay, he didn't step through there. He actually hit him and then stepped this way to kind of tie up these guys here, more or less. But, I mean, he doesn't have tentacles or, or prehensile tail or anything like that. So the Wood Elf team really does have to get aggressive here. He doesn't have to throw caution to the wind, but he does need to get aggressive here with his guys. And I'm really surprised that the Dark Elf team kind of penetrated as much as he did here with the ball carrier there. He will do the Hypnotic Gaze, and so we'll be taking down that tackle zone here. And so after this blitz coming up on this man there, should be able to get yet another cage going here and score it 2-0 and almost ensure the victory coming up. Wood Elves are only true elves. Oh, death injury there. Hey, death injury there. That's going to be great. It's just going to be on a level 2 dodge lineman, but still, anytime you're going to whittle down the Wood Elves, that's a good day, and that will whittle them down just a little bit. I don't know about that to it. I don't know if they're the only true elves. What about the high elves? They would beg to differ. Looks like here, after that nice little hit on the side, he will be moving around. No fouls here. I mean, I think at this point, Dark Elves need to think about continuing fouling. He needs to continually get some more hits down. I mean, he has a bribe. Why not use it? I mean, I wouldn't necessarily use Hubi Rackard, because just in case the bribe doesn't work out, then it'll be okay. But I mean, I'd definitely go and continue hitting down hitting him down with my level 1 lineman or something like that. Hell, put my loner lineman in there, why not? And get some hits in. But unfortunately, Dark Elves playing, I think, a little bit too soft at the moment. A little bit too passive. But as you can see here, he's just going to go and group all of his Dark Elves, no particular hurry. And so with that, the War Dancer will jump in wherever he can and try to get the hits off. And he does. He takes away all of the spaces there and, oh, tries to re-roll it. But unfortunately, no good dice here. Nothing but pushies and both down dice. And so, whoo, Dark Elves almost got shamboozled there, almost missed the rock there, and he's going to try to do some leaps, but with the reroll used up, he won't have that reroll there. And luckily for the Wood Elf team, no big injury, but now with the tree, man, he is rooted from that last round, so he should see a foul on this War Dancer. I'm pretty sure of it, actually. He is in perfect spot there. Hoobie Ratcart. He's shining up his shoe. He's polishing it up. He's got the polish going. Oh, you won many tournaments with your Wood Elf army. I see. I see your love for Wood Elves. KO there on that Wood Elf. And again, I just don't know how the Wood Elves can come back from this. Hypnotic Gaze will take away those tag zones. Just move the ball carrier to a better spot. Just needs to get the boot in. I tell you what. Honestly, this Dark Elf team, if he loses, I don't know. I'm just going to scream because he had it, man. He had it. But, I mean, at this point, I just don't. I wish that, why not foul? I just don't understand why he don't foul there. He should have fouled, to be honest. I mean, he's playing a little bit too passively for my liking at the moment. He should have continued with his game plan and get the fouls on. He's got the bribe in hand. I mean, just do it. Hit the War Dancer and leave nothing to Nuffle. But at this point, though, I guess I can't really blame the Dark Elf team. Why risk a 1 on the bribe, right? But at the same time, he really needs to consider hitting him down there. I mean, he really needs to do it. And with no frenzy, nobody here that can surf out anybody there. So, I mean, why not do it? He's going to get some hits off there by the Wood Elves. And Wood Elves are just looking like they are falling apart at this moment. The armor breaks has just been brutal. Tree Man has been getting rooted fairly early every single time. As you can see there, this Wood Elf team, he knows what to do. Just get the fouls off as much as possible. If this goes in the later rounds somehow, then at least he might have a numbers advantage going into maybe overtime. But round 12, 1-0, Dark Elves. I mean, something crazy's just got to happen at this point. Inbred dwarves. Oh, boy. Hey, you know, I think it's just smart. I think it's just smart that the Dark Elves wear armor. Come on. Dark Elves now. He's going to go and blitz down here with the Witch Elves here, sensing the victory at this point. But I think he needs to continually hit the War Dancers with the tackle, Mighty Blow Man, you know, or something. Did he lose him? I don't think he lost him. No, he didn't. So what's going on, Dark Elves? Oh, he's going to score it there. Wow. He's going to score it and go up 2-0, but I think a bit of a mistake. I feel like just hold the ball, man. What in the world was that all about? What in the world was that all about? Why did he score it? I don't know. He should have just held it for the last bit. And that kind of opens the door a little bit. Oh, all of the guys for the KOs comes back here for the Wood Elves. And so you better believe that the Wood Elf team, he's going to score it as quick as he can. Even a one-turn touchdown try. So we'll see. We'll see. And the Dark Elves are spreading out his guys. And this is a bit of a mistake too. He left this guy out here, so a one-move touchdown is possible around this defense on this right side. He needs to put his guys here in the center and then protect against a two-move touchdown as best as he can. Now, you can't 100% guard against a one-move touchdown, that is, but, I mean, with this defense, it almost cedes it to him. Forgotten Legacy is going to get a reroll. That's going to be great. And looks like, see, he's going to use this guy right here and grab him into the space, as you can see. And we'll get the one push that he needs. He only needs one push. This is as dangerous as a gutter runner. He's got sprint, so I mean, what in the world is that all about? Dark Elf team is I don't understand this. Why did he score it so quickly? Is he just not afraid of the one move touchdown? So that's gonna happen. He will get the down dice, but it doesn't matter. He's in now. He's out. He should now be in range, I believe. I do believe he is in range now. But I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah. He's not in range. Okay, he needed one more push. Unfortunately, he got the down die. Yeah, he needed one more push there. I thought he, for some reason, I thought he had movement 9, but, oh, okay, all right. Well, that's okay. Well, he's going to go for the 2-move touchdown there instead of the 1-move touchdown, and that's okay-ish, but that does mean that it's one less turn to work with for the Wood Elf team. But I mean, honestly, with the Wizard in hand, how could the Dark Elves lose? How could the Dark Elves lose at this point? I think honestly, if you asked me, it seemed a bit greedy there to go for that touchdown, because he was like, you know what, I'm going to give my guy 3 SPP. There's pretty much no way I could lose, right? But I think hold the ball there. The tree was rooted. Both of the War Dancers were pretty much on the field, but with no real supporting cast, it's hard to go follow up. He was already penetrating here at the Wood Elf side's touchdown area, so if anything happens, no problem. The ball is still on the enemy's side and not on your own side. So I just don't understand it. Go for the win. This is playoff time, you know. This is not a ladder game anymore, you know. This is a playoff game where a single elimination, that's it. Yeah, you're right about that. If there is a 1 on the lightning bolt, then that, you know, depletes one of his weapons. But he's still got a bribe in hand. He's still got both of the star players there with Eljo Sidewinder and Hubri Rakarth right there. So I mean, he's still looking pretty. I mean, it's not. I mean, again, for the Dark Elves, the advantage is squarely on the side of the Dark Elf team. But I do believe that opens the door. He should have continued to hold the ball for as long as he possibly can. As long as he possibly can. But he did opt to go for that move there. He will go and hand it off to the catcher there. He's going to move the War Dancer in to catch the 2+ pass with the 2+ catch and score it there in 2 turns. So there we go. Wood Elf team will have his day in the sun. Yeah, you should pay more respect to the Frenzy again, Hypnotic Gaze. But I mean, Enarion's playing very loose on his heels at the moment. But I mean, he needs to at this point. I mean, if you watch so far of Enarion's play, he's very loose with his Wood Elves, right? I mean, he scores it at any opportunity he can get. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, it's just with teams that kind of slow down, like Dwarves and things like that, or Orcs even, it's hard to play a quick scoring touchdown game with guys like those. But I guess another Elven team, I can see that for sure, because then you're kind of inviting, hey Elves, why don't we just have a touchdown fight? Why don't we do that, guys? Dark Elves are going to line up. It's 2-1 now, and so I mean, that's just how easily the Wood Elf team can score it. I mean, now if the blitz comes, he's going to be a little bit in trouble, but luckily for him, it's going to be a quick snap. So Dark Elves is going to move his guys over 1, and that will be the end of it. He's going to move his guys away from the line. I can't blame him for that either. And now, again, he has to just kind of hold the ball for the next 3 rounds and win the game, right? Just win the game, right, in 3 rounds. Ooh, ball's going to be landing way the hell out in BFE. Way the hell out of BFE. Hypnotic Gaze is failing. I think Hypnotic Gaze, I can only count on one hand how many times that's worked, and truthfully I don't even need one hand. I think it's only worked like twice or 3 times. So this is not really working out for him, but that does mean now he is going to be a little bit susceptible to getting surfed out. So with one hit here and then the surf here on the armor value 7, the Dark Elves really need to kind of protect them at this point. Needs to put a Dark Elf right here or something like that. Or maybe get the Blitz on this guy so that he does not get the Surf off there. There we go. So there, he's going to be protecting against that Surf. And it'll be fine for it. Ooh, nice little hit even. So KO will be the call. And that's going to be great. One less Wood Elf to worry about. And that's what I'm talking about. In that other possession half, I mean, he had the injuries going his way. He had the armor value breaks go his way as well. Ooh, pickup failure. And if he fails this back-to-back, oh, could have fumbled it out of bounds. And War Dancers would have been like, oh yeah. But so far, so good. Dark Elves have not been really nuffled too hard as of this whole game, really. And the Wood Elves will just play in the midfield, but he needs to blitz the ball carrier, but he can't rush too hard because he needs his full guys, but he needs to move in there as much as possible. Hubi Raikot, he's going to get blitzed down for just breathing here, and and he will try to get the War Dancer back there, but unfortunately, going to be back-to-back ones. Wood Elves just can't buy a dodge here, and will be stopped. He's even got the +1 in agility, so a 2+ through all those tackle zones. And now the Dark Elf team, all he needs to do now is just cage up. What's he doing back there? What is he doing back there? But he's just going to hang back, I guess. No danger, I suppose. But all he needs is just, you know, the Wood Elves to just blitz him down. And then maybe not, well, he can't blitz down right away. But, I mean, these guys are dangerous. Wood Elf team. He's going to have to go for it. He's going to have to do crazy things to get to the backfield. And, oops, he's going to miss that dodge there. And he's going to re-roll that. Ooh, he's going to get that, no problem. He's going to stay away from melee range. Doesn't want to get surfed out there, so that's the reason why he did that dodge here. But where is the blitz? Where is the foul? Where he needs the foul. He needs the blitz. Blitz down this War Dancer, please, for the love of all goodness. Dark Elves, don't fail me now. Turn 15. Wood Elves are going to have to make lots of moves here towards the backfield and do something and hope like crazy the Dark Elves get nuffled somehow, some way. But with the Wizard in hand, Dark Elves are just pretty much looking forward to this next match. Going, okay, I think I'm going to be playing the Chaos team of Lupak, but uh-oh, War Dancer, he is going to jump in there and get through. And we'll put the pressure on the ball carrier. This is going to be the tackle War Dancer even. And so if he does get nuffled there, back-to-back ones on this dodge coming up, then that will be all she wrote, I think. So here we go. I think this could be it. This is pretty much the last gasp, but honestly, the Dark Elves just needed to cage up. What is he doing putting all of his guys in the front there? I mean, against a Wood Elf team, you cage up, not sit in the backfield. Oh, man. Well, that's okay. I guess he's all right. He's okay for that. And, oh, my goodness. The diving tackle does not work out for the Dark Elf Witch Elf there. -2 on that. He will use the Wizard. It will be a 1 on the Lightning Bolt. Wow, what a use there. He used it there thinking that he'll be okay. Wow. Okay, well, he used the lightning bolt there. He probably should have just did the blitz. I don't know. I mean, in my opinion, why not hold on to the Wizard? Well, I mean, at this point, I guess what's the point, right? I mean, he's going to win this game, right? I mean, he's going to win this game. But I mean, it's almost like putting it in his face, like, you know, flaunting it in a way, like, hey, look at this, guys. I'm just gonna use my Wizard willy-nilly like this and just try to zap him down. But he needs to do this 2-die block now. He does need to do this 2-die block, if anything. But looks like he will get the blitz off there. He will get the defender down die, and that's gonna be great. That's exactly what he needs. But now, where's the cage? Where is the cage here? He's gonna move over here and get these 2 guys over there, I guess. But they're going to make dodges. Okay, no. Yeah, he's going to make some dodges with them. So this guy needs to dodge out, and the other guy needs to dodge out. And this is not... This is, I mean, KO. This is all but over. But is it? That's the question. Is it? Dodge away. Ooh, he's going to get that dodge reroll there. And will be able to make it. And Hubri Rackart, he's going to make it over here. He won't be able to square away the other side there. He's finally going to do a bribe foul there on that, and he will get a stun. He's going to foul out, so he's going to use the bribe here. He's going to get sent off. Oh, bribe failure there. So Hubri Rackart is going out, but I guess what does it matter? He did stun the War Dancer here, so all but over, all but GG-ness. Yep, all but GG-ness. But we'll see here what is going to be the claim here. War Dancer is going to go and try to get the blitz off there. Diving in there, leaping in there. 2-die block, defender down die. And the game is not over. KO. Ball's going to come out, and it's going to land in a terrible spot. It doesn't even almost matter which spot he goes in. This is pretty much the last gasp. He's going to put the elf over there, but there are 1, 2, 3 elves marking the ball. So this is a 4+ pickup into a dodge, and he will get it. That's what I'm talking about. LPS. What elf? He is going out of the way. Touchdown. Touchdown. 2-2 on the last turn. Dark Elves. And it's going into overtime. No wizard, no bribe, no Hubri Rackart. He is running out of weapons, and don't forget the Wood Elf team, they were way ahead in team value, so he's still got his pair of War Dancers on the pitch. Dark Elves can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe that. I cannot believe what I am seeing there. Saviours of Athel Loren wins the toss. And, oh no, speaking of Hubri, this is a prime example of Hubri. Right when you think it is over, it should have been over. He just needed to, oh my gosh, play silent. What is he doing? He just needed to cage up at the end. What is he doing? No, no. Oh, prophetic powers you do have, Tort, because now for Enarion now to lose it will take a few feet here, because honestly, Wood Elves can score it at will. It's like, you know, Peyton Manning to Marvin Harrison or Reggie Wayne all day long, or, you know, Matt Ryan to Julio Jones all day long. You know, it's just, what are you gonna do? Wow. Dark Elves are gonna have to kick off. Still gonna be a nice weather. It's gonna be a nice little short kick there, but it doesn't matter. Wood Elves aren't even gonna line up for a 1-move touchdown. He's just gonna do it in 2, because why not? It will be elementary, my dear Watson. And we'll just need to take down the first couple of guys here in the front lines there. Blitz down Eldril Sidewinder. Get him out of the way. There we go. He will make a little hole for himself, but I do believe he's just going to hold the ball right there, get the flies out with the catchers. Tom Brady to Chris Hogan or Julie Edelman. Yeah, I mean, he could just name anybody, right? At this point, he will do it. Oh, pass will be the call. He's going to pass it back there, and he's going to allow that to fall, because Dark Elves will not be able to threaten this. And now the Wood Elves are playing a little bit like how the Dark Elves have been playing this whole last half, pretty much. He's like, yeah, I can win it at will, guys. You heard the announcer. He's just going to do some crazy passes there. And, boy, you know, luckily that didn't go out too bad. I mean, back-to-back ones there. I mean, sure, he's got the pass ability, but back-to-back ones, and he flubs you know, he flubs the pass, and the Dark Elves pounce all over it. He's Elven too. He can just go back there with the 4 agility, and after the tackle blitz there, we'll be able to take down that War Dancer. That is pretty nice, and a APO is going to be used on him. So definitely a much needed APO. No real injuries on either side of the ball, even though they do have a couple of guys there on the pitch with Mighty Blow. And Dark Elves, I really feel like in the first half played an extremely well played game, but then just let everything loose. After the second half, on the 12th turn, he just lost his mind and scored it. And I mean, okay, I guess the game's not over yet, but with the Wood Elf team, with the offense, I just don't know how they're gonna lose it. I just don't know. I mean, at this point, I guess if the injuries are going to go the way of the Dark Elf team, then yeah, that could be the possibility here. He still has a very dangerous piling on Mighty Blow man right there, so he can get lots of injuries off, but the Wood Elves are going to ensure that he does not, with this hit coming up. Nice defender down die. He definitely needed that one, and will be able to even get this guy away from melee range, so he's going to be able to dodge away without needing to make any rolls. But boy, I mean, Nuffle has been nuffling the Wood Elves all day long. Nuffle pretty much handed the Dark Elf team this game. Here you go, Preisz. I love you, brother. Here we go. Just take the game. What? You're not going to take the game? Well, okay. And, uh-oh. And I don't know if that's how Nuffle sounds, but that's my parody of him. Oh man. Oh man. Look at that. I just cannot believe that. And if the Wood Elves somehow score it, this is pretty much the choke of the lifetime here. Pretty much a big choke. Wow. I mean, but it's not over yet. Wood Elves, as shown here in overtime, he loves to slow it down because I guess he still doesn't know that it's sudden death overtime, and so he's holding the ball till the ends of the rounds because I guess he doesn't know. I suppose he still plays Chaos Edition because in Chaos Edition you would continue to go the full rounds and you would just get the ball back, and then at the 24th round the game ends if somebody's winning. But if somebody's still tied, it goes another 4 rounds. It keeps going another 4 rounds, another 4 rounds until somebody scores it and is ahead at the end of the 4 rounds. So I guess he's just kind of playing through inertia here from Blood Bowl Chaos Edition. But it is sudden death, and honestly, the Wood Elves could just score it right away and win the game without needing to do this right here. So he's kind of unnecessarily putting a little bit grief on himself and allowing this Dark Elves to maybe come back into this game, because Dark Elves could get a bunch of armor value breaks and could be GG. So it's not done yet. Wood Elves, I think, is holding the ball. I'm pretty sure of it, judging by how the last game went when the Wood Elves had the ball in the overtime period in that game, and he just held it for the rest of the rounds there until the round 24 and then scored it. So I think that's going to be the call once again. Somebody tell Enarion that it is sudden death football, and he could have just scored in 2 and just won the game straight out. In Blood Bowl 2 at least. Not in Chaos Edition. He's just going to hang back now. He's going to hang back now because unlike the Wood Elves, the Dark Elves, well, they don't have that many fast guys on the pitch, but the Wood Elves has plenty of guys with plenty of speed on their side. 7 for the least of them, and 8 for some of these other guys there. War Dancers with 8, Catchers with, 8, and, I mean, heck, the linemen with 7. It's so dangerous. These guys are so dangerous with that extra movement. I mean, honestly, you're just not protected anywhere you look on the pitch from all the speed here. Dwarves' biggest nightmare, I guess. But hey, with Chaos Dwarves soon to come, right? And they'll be able to correct that speed by Bull Centaurs! Yeah! Bull Centaurs! I love those guys. I mean, if I was going to play a Dwarf team, I would play the Chaos Dwarves and do well with those guys. I think the only unfortunate thing is Hobgoblins, not necessarily the best ball carriers. The runners are much better than those guys, in my opinion, but Hobgoblins will do after a while. But runners do start off a little bit better. Dark Elves now are just going to play some defense, waiting for the Wood Elves to score it there at the end of the period. And so far, he's just going to do some 2-die blocks to get some type of injuries going, but no go here. And put the Wood Elves, he's just going to hold on, continue to hold on to the ball. Could see a nice little surf here on the left side. Oh no, he won't. It's going to be a side stepper there, so never mind. So he will be okay here on the sideline, but now the Wood Elves just needs to crack open a little bitty hole and start moving up the ball. He can do this so easy. Wow. Will it be a handoff here to the War Dancer? No, it's going to be a pass to Altair. And he's going to move up with the blitz even, do the 2-die block, defender down die, and he's probably just going to hit him and then move back. Or, okay, move forward. Okay, so somebody somewhere was like, hey, Enarion, text message. You can win it. It's sudden death. You don't need to hold on to the ball. So, so there we go. So this is it. Here we go. So now only needs to survive a blitz from this guy here, the leap man right here. And nobody would guard so far here for the Wood Elf. So he might be able to jump in there and get a 1-die block going. Oh, actually, this is a 2 red die because he's got 4 strength. So this will be a 2 red die block no matter how you slice it. So he needs to get really lucky here. He does have strip ball, so he should be able to get that ball out actually with that strip ball. Just hopefully no both down dices anywhere. Dark Elves now. I think Wood Elves have got the memo and might score it there at the end. He still might hold it because in the last game we did see that he held it at the 1-yard line until the 24th round and then scored it. So he may have just wanted to get the ball up here. But I mean, at this point, Dark Elves has to assume that he knows what he's doing. And so he's going to have to cage dive here pretty soon. He is going to have to... Ooh, I failed that one actually. So take that one away from the dice, please. There we go. So he's going to move up. And, okay, there we go. He's going to dodge your way. We're going to see the leap in there. He has to do this and gets it. 2 red die block. That is good enough, actually. He's got the strip ball. He's going to be able to strip that ball out. Ball lands in and, oh, okay. Oh, that's a terrible spot for the Dark Elves. 2 guys touching the ball and nobody even nearby to go and get that ball, I think. He does got, no, yeah, he's still got Hoobly Rat Guard, so I think maybe he's going to go get it. But up, Sidewinder, and finally Dark Elves feels the wrath of Nuffle. Back-to-back ones. Wood Elves just needs to make one teeny tiny block, pick up the rock, score it with a 2+, and that is it with the reroll in hand. And this, my friends, all you out there, kids all across the land, next time continue to play solid, fundamental, strong Blood Bowl, because this could happen to you. How do you lose a 2-0 lead with the Wizard, with the bribe, with your 2-star players in hand, where the Wood Elves had nothing left? He had nothing, no bribe, no nothing. Tree was rooted. He only had like 6 guys left on the pitch, I think. Oh man, got the memo. Enarion's gonna score it. Holy crap, and win it. Any last words there, Tort? Look at that. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. He lost it with the 2-0 lead. 2 star players, Eldril and Hubri. He had a bunch of rerolls. He had a bribe, Wizard. He had all of his guys on the pitch. The tree was rooted. Only 2 War Dancers to deal with, you know, whoever else was on the pitch there. And lost it. Enarion escapes 3-2. And honestly, if you look at the stats, you look at it and you're like, so the Dark Elf won, huh? Pretty much blew out the Wood Elves, did they? No, they didn't. Ah. Making Tom Brady the legend. Yeah, well, he's already a legend, to be honest. He's already a legend. Well, that will do it. So here we go. Semifinals. We're gonna see here on the brackets here for the guys. As you can see here, Saviours of Athel steals one away. He didn't steal it. Dark Owls pretty much gave it to him. And they're moving on. This is... I don't know. Wow. Well, with that, I just... Yeah. Dark Elves should have won. Dark Elves should have won. But I guess, anyways, we already have a Dark Elf in the semifinals. But man, wouldn't that have been awesome to see two Dark Elves there on both of the semifinal brackets. Would have been a good chance. But here we will see Dark Elves of Duck face off against the Basers M9 UKB's Bretonian team. It will be the Wood Elves of Saviours of Athel, the Enarion man. It's going to be facing off against the Chaos team of Lupac22. Thanks again for joining me. Tort, man. I just don't know. Did you see this game already? You just knew what was going to happen, did you? Well, I didn't know what was going to happen. And I am just floored. I'm floored. I'm absolutely floored. Well, thanks for joining me, guys. If you haven't already, if you're watching me on YouTube, please, if you haven't already, please subscribe and like my videos. If you're looking on Twitch here, and I don't see you, please follow along. Oh, man. You did not see it? Well, there we go, man. Wow. You truly mislooked it? Yep. I know, man. Oh. Wood Elves should not have won this match. You thought Enarion was the Dark Elf side, huh? Oh, you thought he had possession in the second half? Yeah, no. Oh, boy. Okay, well. I'll shoot the breeze with you later, Tort. I'll be back Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Wow. Alright, guys. I'll see you guys later, Tort. Check you later, buddy.